Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick and Plays for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, send up the promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or in the Underdog Fantasy app. Get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. If you are new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog, as I just said. All right, yesterday on the show, hit a couple entries. I hit MLB entry number 2. Man, that one was Jackson Holiday, higher than 1.5 hits, runs and RBIs, and Goldschmidt, higher than 1.5 total bases. Goldie got 2 hits. Holiday was fine. He did exactly what we expected in that loss for the Orioles. The first one was a little bit puzzling. Dansby Swanson, the first MLB entry yesterday. Swanson just didn't get higher than 1.5 hits, runs and RBIs. He didn't get a hit. It was weird. The Cubs struggled to score against the Rockies. And then Julio Rodriguez did not get his total bases either, considering they couldn't hit at all. The Mariners were terrible yesterday. They got shut out 9-0 against the Nationals at home. Very embarrassing, very tough to come back from that one. In the NBA, Anthony Edwards did not have a good three-pointing shooting day as I was expecting yesterday. He had a pretty poor game overall. Not really, not Michael Jordan's son, as people have rumored in the past. He definitely did not have a Jordan-like performance in that game. And then I had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander lower than 33.5 points. Of course, he got to exactly 34, so whatever. NHL yesterday, again, the thing that held me back was the goalies. The goalies allowed too many goals. I did not expect that. Both my entries had lower goals for goalies. Higher scoring game and an elimination game, a little bit of a rarer situation. Pitchers, I did hit a win with Mikolas and Povich, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed, and then Clark Schmidt, Yusei Kikuchi, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. That was a nice little 3x. That one was a little bit insane, considering the only run of the game was scored in the first inning by the Yankees, and after that it was 1-0 final score. So a little bit wild there. We got a James Wood home run yesterday, but Taylor Ward obviously didn't get one. Aaron Judge obviously didn't get one, so we didn't hit our dong squad. And the tennis was not beautiful. I might take a little bit of a break on tennis. Maybe I might throw one in at the end. But, the tennis has been a little bit weird. That is what I will say. I mean, how about Jacob Menchik going down to Henrique Roca? Young player who was 10-1 on the money line and beat him in 5 sets. Really impressive for the Portuguese player there against Jacob Menchik, who's one of the best young players. But I guess, he is a serve-dominant player, so losing on clay versus a Portuguese player does make a little bit of sense. But why am I talking so much about yesterday? Let's get into today. We got lots of entries. MLB entry number 1. We've got so many lows. We literally have all 3 lows in entries today. The first entry has 2 lows. Josh Lowe of the Rays, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Against the Yankee or the Astros. Josh Lowe has been good since he's been back in the lineup. Obviously, there's another Lowe on his team. We'll talk about him later. But I like Josh Lowe here. I do think the Rays are actually quietly pretty good. They're on a 7 out of 8 game winning streak right now. And this win streak started against Houston at home, so they're familiar with this opponent. And then I'm taking Nathaniel Lowe of the Nationals, higher than 1.5 total bases against the Mariners. I just don't think Emerson Hancock's that good of a starting pitcher. I think there's going to be plenty of hits available. So give me Nathaniel Lowe, higher than 1.5 total bases. Hit a double, hit a dong, hit 2 singles, whatever. Get there, buddy. 3.39x. Next up, MLB entry number 2. We're going to start out with game 2 of this doubleheader between the Braves and the Phillies. Nick Castellanos, higher than 1.5 total bases against Chris Sale. He's batting about 270 to 290. I forget exactly. Career against Sale. He's seen him 40 plus times. So good enough batting average versus a very good pitcher, but he has 6 doubles against him. So I like Castellanos to get another double here or get a couple singles in this game. He's also a home run threat. Castellanos, he's not like a super scary offensive player anymore. I guess maybe he just had some little streaks. It's not necessarily anymore is the right word. But I do think that he is in a good matchup here versus a pitcher he's familiar against. You're getting good value because Chris Sale scares people, but Castellanos, as I said, is hit just fine against him. And then I'm taking Lawrence Butler, higher than 1.5 total bases again. I think that Butler, Lawbutt, as I like to call him on this show, is primed to continue to play well against the Blue Jays and Barrios. Lawbutt, obviously very fast base runner. He can get doubles, no problem. Homers, no problem. Singles, whatever. He can get triples, whatever. So I like Lawrence Butler here. I think Barrios, just gives up hard contact when he does give up contact. So it's like if you're not getting struck out, you have a chance of an extra base hit quite often against him. And this is a really nice 3.93x multiplier on this 2-leg MLB entry. NBA entry number one, we're going Pascal Siakam, higher than 20.5 points. Siakam just been very, very good lately. I mean, he hit this for us in his last start in his last game. In the postseason, he's averaging 20.8 points. Last game, 30 points. He had a 39-pointer in game 2 at the Garden, so he's not like he can only do this at home. I really think Siakam's going to be right around this number and probably get just over it. Probably 22, 23 points is what I'm expecting for Siakam. Then I'm taking Karl-Anthony Towns, lower than 21.5 points. Fading the stars has not been working, so I'm going to try to fade a secondary player in Karl-Anthony Towns. I know that that's a little bit scary because he's been pretty good, but he's questionable for this game, which is a little bit crazy to have him listed as questionable here. He's had 24 points in his last 2 games, but he had 20 in the game previous. I believe that there's a good chance that he's limited in this game due to that injury, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Karl-Anthony Towns lower than 21.5 points, 3x multiplier. NBA entry number 2, Myles Turner, lower than 1.5 3-pointers made. He's only made 1 3-pointer in every single game of this series so far. Yes, he's capable of going off, but again, it's just not been falling for him. And again, it's a tight game here. I don't think they're necessarily going to be forcing it in an elimination spot. So I think Turner is probably only going to shoot a couple 3-point attempts here, and I don't think he's going to make more than 1. So lower than 1.5 3-pointers made for Myles Turner. Again, scary because he can get hot from 3, but it's just not been working in the series for whatever reason. I don't think it's going to change right now. And then I'm going to pair that with Jalen Brunson, higher than 30.5 points. No more fading stars. We're going to take a star to exceed expectations. Brunson is going to put the team on his back. I don't know if they're going to win, but I think that he's not going to be the reason why they lose if that happens. And again, I think Karl-Anthony Towns' usage might be down a little bit here with that looming injury, with his knee injury looming in the distance. So that's a 3.12x multiplier. We will continue to the National Hockey League. And we're going to go with Leon Draisaitl, higher than 0.5 goals. We do this every dang day, and it's worth it every dang day. So give me Leon Draisaitl, higher than 0.5 goals in Dallas in this potential closing game for the Oilers against the Stars. Draisaitl is just a beast. Obviously regular season, great scorer, but in this series, he's scored 2 goals already. He's scored a bunch of postseason goals already. He's a guy that you want to back because he's going to have good shots and he's going to be putting pressure on Ottinger. And then repair that with Matt Duchene, other side of it. I'm going to go with Matt Duchene, the point master for the Stars, very stacked Stars team. But Duchene always finds a way to get his stick on the puck with an assist or a goal, getting that puck across the line or helping someone else do it. So Draisaitl higher than 0.5 goals, Matt Duchene higher than 0.5 points, 3.58x multiplier. NHL entry number 2, we're going Mason Marchment higher than 2.5 shots on goal. This is an enhanced multiplier. You're getting a actually pretty big one here, but I'm going to pair it with a little bit more of a chalky play next. So Mason Marchment higher than 2.5 shots on goal. He's had higher than 3 shots on goal in 2 of his last 3 games. Marchment is, just an absolute beast. I mean, I'm not an absolute beast, but he can get greedy with shots. He had 5 in his last game. He had 3 games ago. He's going to be right around this number. I don't think he's going to have 5 shots on goal again, but 3 or 4 definitely on the table, especially if the Oilers are up early and the Stars need to start putting offensive pressure on there. Pairing that with Connor McDavid, higher than 0.5 assists. McDavid, come on, hockey Jesus. McJesus, whatever you want to call him. He can do anything out there. Give me Connor McDavid, higher than 0.5 assists. Hopefully it's an assist off of Draisaitl, and we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 3.1x multiplier on that one. Okay, let's get into the pitchers' entries. Chris Sale, Zack Wheeler, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Come on, these are 2 aces. I think that this is a game 2 of a doubleheader, maybe a little bit of sleepy start. Give me lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Jacob Lopez plus Jose Barrios, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Lopez, very good so far this year. If he can go deep in this game, I think the A's have actually a really good shot to win. Jose Barrios should be able to get through the top of the order 1 time. 2.49x multiplier on that one. Pitchers number 2, literally using every MLB game we got going on later today. Shane Baes plus Ryan Gusto, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Again, I think that they'll get out of the first inning pretty clean. It might be a low scoring first 5 with these pitchers. But then I'm getting a little bit aggressive. Mackenzie Gore plus Emerson Hancock, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I think Mackenzie Gore probably can get out of here clean, but I think that there'll be some aggressive at-bats early from the Mariners after yesterday's embarrassing shutout loss. But Emerson Hancock, he can give up home runs, give up runs very early in this game. So that's a 2.92x multiplier on that first inning pick entry. Lotto number 1, Tyrese Halliburton, higher than 3.5 3-pointers made. We're going to go back to the well. Halliburton is playing like an absolute superstar. Stuart Skinner, lower than 2.5 goals again. Stuart Skinner, Don't look now, but he's playing very, very well. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of goals available for the Stars, maybe 1 or 2. Then Jacob Wilson, higher than 2.5 total bases. Don't look now, but this guy should be the rookie of the year. He's been 350 with 200 plus at bats. This guy is playing great for the Athletics. 13.91x or flex at 6.92x or 2.076x, 207x if it goes 2 out of 3. Time for the Dong Squad. Brandon Lowe, not Josh, not Nathaniel. Brandon Lowe, higher than 0.5 home runs. Brent Rooker, higher than 0.5 home runs. James Wood, higher than 0.5 home runs. 74.86x if it goes 3 for 3. Flex it, 37.43x if it goes 3 for 3. 5.74x if it goes 2 out of 3. That's all I got for you today. Good luck on your picks, and let's make some money.